So should you be buying, selling or hodling your Shiba Inu? As always, the answers lie in the charts of SHIB. So let's find them in Cryptasic Park. Thank you for still being a part of this video. We are looking at Shiba Inu versus dollar on a daily chart, so we will take a short-term approach. Therefore, our conclusions will be short-term. And this is looking pretty nice. That's why we're talking about SHIB. You know what? I'm gonna give you a few seconds to enjoy the sight for all your dog lovers. Comfortable enough? Alright. Yeah, it's a pretty nice kaboom. But I must say that this kaboom didn't come suddenly. We were in an uptrend for quite some time, all the way this trend started. Well, not 1 month ago, 2 months ago. From this big candle, not big like this one, but this handle has a huge significance. I'll later show you why. But as you can see, an uptrend is ongoing. For now, as long as we are above this trend line, an uptrend will be intact. Here we established the first point, here the third one. And now this line is called the trend line of uptrending support. I mean, I call it that. But the question is this now sustainable? And should you buy SHIB after a move such as significance? Well, that's a good question. Now you see, I drew this trend line because it is a level of high significance. It's a level of 0.000012. Who knows how many zeros I already said. But the price was moving very slowly. Well, I mean slowly compared to this. To squeeze to the upside. I would even put this lower line here at 0.000011 and say that this area is a crucial support in a future price action. What I'm saying is this, that if we retrace back, and at this moment Bitcoin and friends are starting to have some pullback, we need to hold this line. It's pretty simple. 0.000011 or 12 cents. That zone should be a no-cross zone if you want to remain a bullish narrative. Now, of course, there is always a possibility of us melting through the butter like this. Arrow is pointing to you, and at that point I would advise you keep an eye on this level of, God forbid saying me those zeros, 0.000009 as a final stand. If you break that one, well, then this is all one big bearish narrative, because at this point we are taking just a measures of precaution. SHIB on a daily chart is looking bullish, and you should expect a continuation of this move. But with a grain of salt. I will soon explain myself, but those levels around 9, 10, 11, 12 should give us a fair support if we decide to go south. And since the big downtrend is still alive, it's not dead yet. We may be around out of the first impulsive move to the downside, but still a big flush out is a possibility. But as I said, I'm now talking too wide. Should focus on this short-term approach on a daily chart, not the long picture. So you got your levels here if we decide to go south and initiate a new downtrend. If we get to those levels 9, 10, 11, 12 from the whereabouts of where we stand right now, 15 or excusez-moi 0.000015, then we'll take another narrative. For now, disregard this arrow, because there is a possibility that after this big move we establish a new one. Why is that? First of all, volume. Or let's remove all of this and put you into a perspective of volume from the day of the burst. I'm talking about this huge skyscraper of volume in regarding to the previous ones. This is a real volume. So this move is not a fake out, it's a real move, which means that if we don't get drawn to the downside, those levels that I just gave you, we should continue to the upside with this momentum that we are having on our side. Shiba has more power if it wants to go to the higher levels. And look at this. Can you see this yellow line that is telling us the story? Incredible story, exactly. I'm talking about this. You can see that here it rejected the price pretty heavily, sending it to those lows when you shit your pants, you know, and probably thought never gonna see those levels again. Now here is the importance of that candle that I mentioned. Can you see what happened? We crossed above this 21 moving average with some volume and with a big candle, and since then we are moving above it. Even made support here, and this is a great sign. By the way, do you know which moving average is this? You probably never heard of it. I didn't until some time ago. This is an adaptive moving average, so it's adapting to the price. I think it's giving us a fair story. And I want you to conclude that as long as we are above that moving average, and we are all the way from the 21st of June, Shiba Inu in the short term will be bullish. Should you buy Shiba Inu right now or should you wait? Well, this moving average is telling you exactly this. If I were you, and I'm not, I would wait for this moving average to touch the price, cause as we did here and here, maybe the touch is all the price needs one more time to go to the upside. Now, here lies the big threat. If you see this moving average of 21 days, an adaptive one, broken to the downside, then those levels that I gave you from the beginning of this video will be realized. If we break this moving average, like we did break it here to the upside, but on the downside, play cautiously, cause Shiba Inu will become bearish. Again, in the short term, for now it's bullish. And as a final word of warning, I want to give you RSI that you are seeing on the bottom of the screen. Let's pull it up. There you go. Good dog. Why are we using it? Exactly for this. Above this line of 70, RSI is overbought, and we were heavily overbought. So it should put you in some perspective. We are now standing at 67, so we have cooled off a bit. And as we speak, as I'm making this video, you can see that we touched this moving average depth. Look at it here. In a few minutes that I'm making this video, we are touching it. So the time of decision could be near, even nearer than you are expecting. Okay, let's make it interesting. Think charts. So maybe today or tomorrow you will have your answer. Is Shiba Inu still bullish? Should you expect higher prices? I won't give you a number to the upside. In the short term, I'm not interested in that. I gave you the structural level before and below those levels. If we make a retracement, it should be enough for you. Now let me put you in right spot. If you are already holding Shiba Inu, keep holding. It's not time to sell, because we don't know how the price will react with this moving average. If we break it, then yes, you should consider selling. For now, we could have a new up leg in the coming days. But the question is, should you be buying? Well, to some extent, yes, if we hold again this moving average. But be careful, here I gave you a great trade sign. I would advise trade lightly, because we already dip our toes, let's say it like that, to the overbought area, very high, all the way to 86, and that's pretty high on the daily time frame. We have cooled off, but do we have a continuation to the upside? For now, we don't know. If we can hold the level of 15, or let's say it with the language of Shiba Inu, 0.0000015, then yes, a new up leg is coming. If you see in the coming days the levels below that, be very careful, cause Shiba Inu is about to go on a downward spiral. If you enjoyed this video and got some value, then watch this video that I'm showing on the screen right now. I discussed Shiba Inu a long time ago, but you can find some value, at least regarding the technical analysis part. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in that one.